This is Bishop Dr. Truman Berst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
Hello everybody, welcome to Discoveries in Health, and this is Bishop Dr. Truman Berst, and I am a graduate ethnobotanist and phytotherapist, and also a graduate master herbalist, chartered herbalist, and I'm also an ordained minister and a certified bishop. And so obviously, you know, when you're talking about herbs and natural remedies, you'd be obviously then talking about the whole body. I mean the complete body, the mind, the body, the spirit. And when you're thinking about spirits, you know, you got to know that on this earth and at this time, diseases are originating from spirit. And every disease has a spirit, and it's the spirit of that disease. And it's caused, and you can find that in the Bible. If you're looking at the Book of Enoch, explains it. And so, anyway, you know, as a minister, I thought I'd mention that's where disease originates, and you can find it in the Bible. Again, the Book of Enoch. The spirits, and there's all kinds of different spirits, and of different diseases, troublemakers, demons. You know, it's all these evil spirits that started out in the beginning, and it's all explained there. But anyway, so you've got to take that into account. You see, you can't leave any stone unturned when you are looking at the natural order of things and how to use and work with the natural order of things to use the natural remedies that work. And as long as you're addressing the entire picture and looking at it realistically, and you're not just a sorcerer, you're not just, you know, compounding herbs to appease some god, one of so many, and their demons, these evil spirits. You've got to look at the whole picture. So it stands to reason. It stands to reason that since this spirit is in the body causing this arthritis and this cancer and this heart disease and these lung disorders, we need to address the spirit. And we'll have Prophet Elijah along here soon, I hope, and he'll give us an opening prayer, because that's where it starts. It starts with that relationship with the Most High. That's where it's going to start. That's the beginning of the right path. Because there's so many paths, and there's going to be and there's going to be false paths all over the place. And you're going to be tempted, because that's what these spirits do. And again, this is all explained in the book of Enoch. How these spirits, evil spirits, come upon people in the form of diseases. And so you can't ignore that is the root, because we got to look at the root, and a lot of people miss the root. They're busy looking at the tree and all the leaves and examining them, and then man takes these leaves and these trees and these, all these roots, and they modify them. Man is constantly recreating what God created in his fashion, and he's messing things up because he's leaving out the Spirit of God. So these things need to be addressed. And when you're working with any health issue, start with the root. If there's a health issue, then it's the root is rooted in a bad spirit. And we have to push those demons out. We have to be washed in the blood of our Lord Jesus Christ, Yeshua. And when we do these things, and when we repent, confess, and then we starve that, whatever it is, we starve it. Because that's what the Spirit lives on. The Spirit comes in and eats the flesh and the sustenance of the body. That's what the Spirit does. And the doctors claim they don't know what it is. Well, they're the sorcerers. The doctors are the medical doctors. They are the sorcerers. And when you look at the word pharma, you know that that's true. Because it's a Greek word, pharma, pharmaceutical, and the origin is the word pharma in Greek, the origin is sorcery. And so that's the root. You got to look at the roots. When you look at the roots, then you can understand what's going on with the tree, and then the leaves. And when you're making medicine with them, you want to keep the spirit of the root. A man is constantly GMOing it, recreating everything and then claiming how great and wonderful it is, and it's missing the real spirit of the Most High. So when you're making medicine, it's important to know that if whoever's making the medicine that you're taking, natural medicine, of course, because you don't want to take the drugs, because the drug is a synthetic and a chemical, and it's made by man, and it's corrupt. And because it's corrupt, it doesn't work in your body and wreaks havoc, either now or later. You just can't keep on putting chemicals in the body. When the body doesn't work on chemicals, it works on nutrients. But anyway, we're going to get started here, and I just thought we would clarify where the roots. The roots. Let's look at the book of Enoch, and it'll describe that in the Bible. No, actually, it isn't in the King James version of the Bible, but it's the book of Enoch is there, and it got left out, and it shouldn't have been, but it did. But that's all right. We catch up to it, and that's the whole thing, is we find out later what's really going on. Let's get over to Prophet Elijah, my dear brother and friend. Prophet Elijah out there in Pike Road, Alabama, at the Word of Life Ministry. And his telephone number, again, I'll give it to you for those who maybe are here for the first time. And Prophet Elijah is a minister out there, Word of Life Ministry, in Pike Road, Alabama. And his telephone number is 334-868 3881. That's 334-868-3881. Let's go visit with him, please. And over here, Prophet Elijah. Are you there, sir? Oh boy, can I hear? I can't hear you. What happened here? I clicked on it, but it didn't go. Let's try again.
Try again.
There we go. Now, can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I can hear you. But before I clicked, but all the icons shifted when I clicked, and I wound up opening up the microphone in Pittsburgh. In Pittsburgh, hello. How are you doing? They're not there. Okay. I'm going to mute that mic just in case. And again, hello, Prophet Elijah. So how are you, dear sir?
I'm abundantly blessed, but we're not going to give the enemy any room tonight.
No room, no quarter. Keep your sword sharpened.
Yes. How are you?
I am blessed by the best. And I am delighted to be here again, visiting with you, and inviting you to give us an opening prayer, please.
Certainly. Isaiah 40:31. For they that wait upon the Most High shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. I recalibrate the spiritual climate and decree the fire and the zeal of I am. In your presence is where we catch the fire. Let there be fire in Dr. Berst and Prophet Elijah's mouth right now as we advance in prayer. We operate in the authority that has been given to us over demonic and satanic atmospheres and climates created by territorial witchcraft spirits and activities, hostile environments, fear, terrorism, and violence in the name of the Most High. We alter this and it is now suitable for Dr. Berst's ministry to thrive, simply because we are not limited by lack of faith. Almighty Heavenly Father, we give you the praise that Satan is a defeated foe. Satan is bound in the bottomless pit. Therefore, he has no control over the phone lines, the computers, the social media, Facebook, or anyone in the room. We pray the omnipotent power of your name over this ministry, Discoveries in Health, and what you have called Dr. Berst to do. His equipment will not malfunction or receive any interruptions or break in this program. Satan and his kingdom has been hindered against the Most High's plan for Discoveries in Health and the Good Shepherd Ministry. Together, we enter into victory aggressively and claim our place as more than a conqueror. We burn up the wicked one's strategies in Kingdom, Jamaica, Albany, Oregon, Brittany in Georgetown, Texas, and Dr. Miles, Pike Road, Alabama, all cities, states, and countries pertaining to all the listeners. We wage war in the spiritual realm. As disciples, we are the first line of offense. We are warriors advancing the Most High's kingdom on Satan's domain. We have been given this authority today, and we choose to use it. We are the army advancing on the enemy's territory. We take control and pull down all strongholds and plead the hedge of protection around us today and everyone in the audience. Satan, you are a toothless tiger. Devil, you have been served. Amen.
All praises to the Most High. Amen. In Yeshua's name.
Amen.
Well, my goodness, we got off to a good start here again. And do you have any suggestions or topics that today for us?
Yes, sir. Liver spots on the legs and thighs.
Livers. Okay, let's look at this. Livers.
That's one.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. All right. Liver spots on the legs and thigh. Okay, got it. Okay, next.
The next one is trichomoniasis.
Tricomonaiss. Trichomyosis. Oh my goodness.
Moniasis. Yeah, moniasis.
Trichomoniasis?
Yes, trichomoniasis.
Trichomoniasis. Okay, I got it. Next one.
And the next one is radiation and chemotherapy treatment.
Radiation and chemotherapy. All right. Okay. We'll talk about.
We asked that question. We asked that question because the person came in today and they're having some devastating side effects, and they wanted to know, could spice turmeric reduce the devastation effect on the head and neck?
If they did, what did you say that might reduce the symptoms on the neck and so forth?
The question was, can spice turmeric reduce the side effects treatment for the head and neck of cancer?
So I'm trying to make sure what you said. Can size
turmeric? No, spice. SPICE, which means spice the turmeric.
Oh, cite tumors. You're saying?
No.
I wish we could. I wish we could text it.
Well, the question was, can turmeric? No, the spice that we use for turmeric. The turmeric.
Turmeric.
Yeah, turmeric.
The herb. Ah.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Turmeric. The herb. Can it reduce the size? Of this, and in other words, can it be helpful? Right?
Yes, can be helpful. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Wow. Sometimes it's really hard to, get some of these words and understand exactly what they are. But thank you for your patience as I do figure as we figure this out, because we're doing all of this spontaneously, folks. There's no written script. Prophet Elijah doesn't call me up and or text me and tell me, here's what we're going to talk about. All of this is it's original. And what we're doing here, and any research that we're quoting and so forth is immediately original, up to date, as of today. When you ask a question about a topic, we go out and make sure you get the my opinion. We make sure you get Doc Miles' opinion. And if Dr. Peterman is in the building, well, then we get his opinion too. So, and he may join us today. I don't know if he's here now, but if he is, open your mic and say hello. But getting back to our topics. So those are the topics that we're going to discuss. Liver spots on leg and thigh, trichomoniasis, radiation and chemo treatment, and the effects of turmeric. And is there anything else, sir?
That's all for right now.
That's it. Okay. All right. We're off and running, and then we'll come back and we're going to visit with our wonderful prayer partner, Prophet Elijah, and we're going to do that again at the end of the broadcast. So be sure and don't miss that ending prayer. I wouldn't miss either one, because I just love your prayers, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you, sir.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Okay, let's get started. And now I'm getting over here, and we are going to get started. So we're talking about liver spots, legs and thigh. Well, if there's liver spots, legs and thigh, let's get over to herbalhealthreview.com. The website https:// herbalhealthreview.com. There's no www there, but it is in front of it, https:// then the name, and it's all one long word, herbalhealthreview.com. And when you're on herbalhealthreview.com, you'd want to click on common conditions. And in common conditions, we'll bring up all these reports. And when you're looking at all these reports, there's a column over there to the right. There's a member intake form, so you can fill that out. That goes directly to me, and then I can give you a free consultation. And if you want me to be your coach, I'm available. And so that's one thing. You can fill out that member intake form. But the Make Lifestyle Changes report, that's going to take care of the liver spots in the legs and the thigh, and a lot more. Because let's click on. It's over here on the right column, and it's also down alphabetically under M, in all these reports. So now I've clicked on. I've gone to the website herbalhealthreview.com, and I've clicked on common conditions, and I'm looking at this report off to the side that says Make Lifestyle Changes, and I'm clicking on, and I clicked on Make Lifestyle Changes, and there's a big road sign that says change just ahead. You know, I feel like I'm driving my car. But anyway, so change just ahead. And then it goes down into this report. Now, this report is so complete in making lifestyle changes which would support liver spots, not having liver spots on the legs or the thighs. And would also support not having trichomoniasis. And it would also support if you were subjected to radiation or chemotherapy, and yes, turmeric would help. It's anti-inflammatory. It's anti-cancerous. Turmeric root. Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit more in a minute. But yes, and all of that is all supported by drinking half your weight in ounces daily of pure water and minerals, with minerals. So if you're getting spring water, if you can find somebody somewhere that's got good spring water that you can trust, and because drinking this bottled water out of the store, dangerous, actually dangerous, because you really don't know what you're really getting, and what you really want is spring water. Natural water comes up out of the ground. That's what you want. And then once you run that water through a pipe, it changes that water. So it's I get 5-gallon jugs of water here, and I just pour and I just keep dispensing it right out of the 5-gallon jugs, and it's mineral water, pure spring water, happens to be 7.9 pH. So that's perfect. It's slightly alkaline. Excuse me, I need to drink some water. Talking about it. Yeah, there we go. So pH, yeah, making it slightly alkaline, because that's what you that's all part of a diet that's going to agree with the body. What you're looking for is to be on a diet that increases your immune system. So you're gonna, and you've got to have enough water to flush out the liver. The liver's cleaning 13 pints of blood at the rate of 100 gallons every 24 hours. So you've got that poor liver, you know, trying to clean 13 pints of blood, 100 gallons every 24 hours. It's a bit overworked. So it takes a beating. And it's filtering all these things out, and it's making and putting things back in the blood, and doing all the, you know, breaking things down, and it's just a real factory. And it gets saturated with chemicals. Oh, it hates chemicals. It did the chemicals, these chemical drugs, GMO. It says, where's the real food? You know, so it's not getting the spirit. It's not getting the energy. See, the organs of the body aren't dumb. They're not stupid. You know, they know what's going on. We need to learn to understand what they want, what they need, what's real, and what's really being done to them, and how to take care of them and nourish them. So you put a little bit of lemon in that water, that's the spring water, and you've driven it a little bit even more alkaline. And the lemon, and we're talking about fresh lemon, not GMO lemon, not concentrated lemon, the fresh lemon. Slice 2 slices of lemon in your water, flushes out your kidneys. And then you start your day here by taking half a dropper full of B12 and folic acid. Now you're talking about getting rid of anemia. Now you're talking about revitalizing every cell in your body with B12 and folic acid. And we're talking about fighting cancer with B12 and folic acid. We're talking about an incredible nutrient that's waking up your brain. B12 and folic acid drops. So you take a big squirt of that in the morning, half a dropper full, and what I'm going to explain would take 25 minutes to explain. If I explained each one, each thing that you did, the B12 and the folic acid drops, the liquid sunshine that puts your immune system in orbit, the pregnenolone that gets rid of stress and increases your hormones, and just is another cancer fighter, and fulvic acid, which is an ancient forest trapped in a rock. They mine it. It's cheap. It's inexpensive. Fulvic acid, it's loaded with all these vitamins and minerals. An ancient forest, and it's liquefied. They call it fulvic acid. It's also called shilajit, and shilajit or fulvic acid is inexpensive, and yet it's all these minerals, all these vitamins, right in, you know, all in a. And when you read up on that, you see that is also in the breast and all cancer report, because all of these things are super nutrients. That's the first thing you do in the morning. Have a glass of 16 ounces of water with some lemon in it, and it's spring water, and it's half your body weight. There you go. See, now we individualize it. How much water should you drink? Half your body weight in ounces of water every day. If you weigh 200 pounds, 100 ounces of you need 100 ounces. If you weigh 100 pounds, only 50 ounces of water. That's all you need. And it keeps things flushed out, keeps the kidneys flushed out, keeps the liver to where it has enough moisture to give you a bowel movement. There should be 3-4 bowel movements a day, and they should be soft. And you're not ever going to have a soft bowel movement until you have enough water. So when you're drinking enough water, and you're taking all these super nutrients, and you're taking the Intramax, which is the multiple vitamin that has over 415 ingredients, when and they're all plant derived. We're not talking about chemicals. We're talking about real power nutrients that make a difference, that build you up. And what we're doing here is setting the stage so that the body can heal itself, because that's what it's designed to do. Now you're working with the way things work, and there's no such thing as the magic, the magic vitamin, or there's or magic water. There's no magic water. There's no magic vitamin, and what there is a system of working with your body and turning on the ability for it to heal itself. And I think Doc Miles has joined us. Doc, are you in the room, sir?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I am blessed, and I'm delighted to hear your voice. And we've gotten started here, and Prophet Elijah has given us an opening prayer, and then he's got folks that have come to him and asked him about liver spots on the legs and the thigh, and then somebody asked about Tricomonaiss, and then somebody else asked about radiation and chemo and treatment, and would turmeric help, and so forth. So those are the topics that we got into. And so where I started was setting the stage of nutrition and a system of diet where you're building up the body and taking some nutrients that you really need, like some betaine, and making sure you're getting a little bit of calcium and magnesium there in the evening time and one in the morning, making sure you're getting acidophilus for the tummy so you got the correct bacteria, some MSM powder to, I shouldn't have done that, but I did, some MSM powder so that it will help the digestion and give you the natural balance in the intestines, but the MSM the MSM for detoxing every cell in your body, and then how I, in my little 5-minute thing that I do there every morning, and do that and boost up my immune system. And of course I'm taking my vitamin D3 and my B12 and folic acid and all of that. So all of these things, doing a regimen, that you get into a discipline of whatever in the morning that nutritionally builds up your body. That's just how I do it every morning. And then I have a cup of that Daily Health tea, which is a tea, Pau de Arco bark, with a little bit of stevia leaf in it, and the cinnamon spice and the raspberry, and so forth. So it tastes really, and ginger, it's in there. It's really delicious, and that's how I start my day. And I was just kind of explaining that because and then I'm having a power drink, and then I'm looking at meal plans and recipes, and an acid alkaline food chart, and choosing the meal plans and the recipes that I like, and so that I've got an acid alkaline food chart that I'm looking at and choosing 65% alkaline and 35% acid foods. So I've got now a balance. So you're really working with the body when you're doing that kind of a thing. When you get into that, if you've got a serious health issue, you've got to really work with the body. And when we started out the entire conversation by saying that that disease is a spirit, is an evil spirit in everybody to start with, and that's what we started with. So that yes, it really is, and people have to rebuke bad spirits and demons, bad habits that are causing them to do things that they really shouldn't do, be addictive, because these spirits, they're hungry for bad things. They like to make trouble and create illness, and they do exist. And just like just like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, spirits do exist. But the spirits on earth are evil. They're roaming around doing all kinds of troublesome things, making people sick, and they've got to be rebuked. And it's all part of the root of the problem of disease, and that's my opinion, of course. So, but Doc, we got into this, and that's where I was headed with this, and I was headed with a milk thistle seed extract to work on that liver, to coat it over, and to help protect it from any toxins, so that those liver spots on the thigh and on the legs would clear up. And then I'd be doing a detox with the colon and liver cleansing liquid and the fiber powder that's going to suck up all the toxins and everything. And it's all part of that colon and liver cleanser, but it's all on that Make Lifestyle Changes report. The diet, the system, the power drink, the recipe for all of that, it's all there on the website, herbalhealthreview.com, and I clicked on common conditions, and then I went to Make Lifestyle Changes report, and that's where I was, and you can do that as well. That you don't have to log in or anything on that website. All that information is right up there, and it's free. And then when you go down, where I was headed with this whole thing was when you go down to the bottom here, that's where you see the unclog the liver, rejuvenate the bowel, and clean the blood. And it tells you how working with milk thistle seed extract is going to for a consistent 120 days does regenerate live liver cells up to 60%. So now you're regenerating liver cells while you're protecting the liver, and it's powerful. That's a powerful remedy. And you're also in that power drink that I make up above there first thing in the morning. It's got milk thistle seed powder in it. And then finally, we end up with the CAC liquid that is cleaning the blood, cleaning up the digestive tract, cleaning everything up and dumping it on to the liver, but the liver's protected with the milk thistle seed extract, and it's getting into the bowel, and instead of getting back into the blood, that's where you're taking that fiber powder, and you're putting some fiber powder in a glass of water, juice, or tea, and you stir that up in the evening time, 2 hours before or after any food, so that you're not absorbing any food, medicine, or any kind of supplements. You're not taking anything for 2 hours before or after. You're doing this powder drink one time, and you only do this whole program, the CAC liquid and the cleansing detoxifying, you only do it for 2 weeks. And when you do that, it sucks everything into that gel. So you got to drink that. So when you stir that powder up, you got to drink it down right away, because it's turning into a gel, and it's going to slide down through the digestive tract, and it's going to pull toxins and heavy metals and all the junk into it, and it's going to pull it and bounce off the liver and clean up the bowel and colon, everything out of there. It's going to just suck it all into that gel, so you're getting rid of all those toxins and heavy metals, and it's all in a gel, and it's gone. And that is a system that when you've got liver spots on the legs and the thigh, that's how I would work with it. What do you think, Doc?
Well, it's a good plan. It really is.
Great.
See, my liver support that I get out of India has milk thistle in it, plus other, 7 other ingredients or whatever it is. But we finally figured out one of them was milk thistle, and Dr. Peterman knows what the rest of it is. So, but it's pretty good stuff. I've helped people get rid of liver spots, with that product for a long, long time.
Okay, I'm over here on your website, and I think that one is there, isn't it? It's down in.
Yeah.
It's listed down in there, and I'm going down. We're going to look. There's joint support. There's there it is, liver support. I see it. So I'm clicking on your liver support, which helps with liver spots. So here's another great remedy that is time proven. And yes, I'm looking at it, and it's got all these. Wow, I can't hardly pronounce these names, Doc. These are.
Okay.
They're all. Go ahead.
I can't pronounce them at all. They're in Arabic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll have to brush up on our Ayurvedic. Okay. But anyway, yes, it's got all these Ayurvedic herbs in there in this liver support, and it's a blend that Doc has used, and it works. So yes, I've got it up on the screen, and people can get that from Doc. And by the way, let's give you Doc Miles's telephone number just in case you need to call him up and get some blood work done, because he can give you a blood analysis with a nutritional profile, which is totally different than what you're going to get from a medical doctor. And this is going to give you answers to questions that are difficult. And that's one of the things that Doc does that I don't know anybody else that does that. So you want this telephone number because he's a go-to resource if you have a tough issue and you want to find out what you can do about it. Call Doc Miles, and his telephone number is 512-868-9867. That's 512-868-9867. And his email address is Doc Miles. That's DOCMILES at Outlook.com. Doc Miles at Outlook.com. 512-868-9867. So, Doc, that would just about take care of those liver spots for sure. Now, what about this trichomoniasis? Have you run into that before?
I can't. I know I've seen it. I just don't remember.
Let's see if
what I did.
Tricho. I gotta spell this. There you go. Trichomoniasis. I can do this.